Just proud of our guys tonight. Obviously, it's a very tough opponent in the first round. When you have a bye, oftentimes in these conference tournaments, the team that played the night prior is acclimated to the intensity, the ferocity of knockout basketball, and I think that's a little bit of an advantage for them. But I thought our guys brought that from minute one. I thought we played very, very hard. I thought we played with discipline by and large. There were some slip-ups, there were some turnovers, there were some misses on ball screen coverages and things like that. It certainly wasn't perfect, but I think by and large that they came out and played the right way and played together and played with tremendous effort. So I was really glad with that being our opening round.
Coach, after they kind of rallied back in the first half and retook the lead, you guys really kind of retook control of the game and then kind of pulled away from there and kept them at a distance. Just what was, I guess, the key contributing factors to that success and the way you guys were able to build that lead?
Yeah, I think the guys really stayed centered. They stayed playing the right way, playing for each other, fighting for paint touches, not settling. They didn't panic when they came back and made their run. We knew they were going to make runs. They can really be explosive offensively. They can turn defense into offense, and that can feel like it's snowballing a little bit. But I thought our guys did a fantastic job of staying grounded, staying centered, and playing with discipline and playing together. I know it sounds a little bit cliche and a little bit corny, and I know my players are sick of me saying those kinds of things, man. But when we do those things, we can be really effective. When we stray from that pathway, things can go a little sideways for us, man. But when we're sharp and together and tough-minded, we can do some really good things.
Open it up for questions.
Corey, tonight you had a pretty much an inefficient game. Just talk to me what was working for you. What were you seeing on the court that allowed you to have those great finishes?
Really just my teammates finding me in the right spots. I really don't have to do too much work offensively. These guys always find me in the right spots. I really gotta cut and just be in the spots coach tell us to be at the right time. And those guys, I just trust those guys to find me every time. And I made 2 free throws, got to the line, and yeah, just mostly these guys hitting me, man. Like I got some easy looks because Phillip was killing. They sunk to the Phillip, left me wide open. They ball watched Jalen Washington a lot. He's getting ball screens, so that also leaves me open. So I just capitalize on the open the open looks I got.
Philippe, you were pretty much doing your thing in the paint area. You were being very physical, especially on the boards as well. Just what was working for you down low that allowed you to be successful?
I mean, I can say same as Corey. They find me every time under the basket, and yeah, that was I scored all layups. That's not too hard. So yeah, I mean, thanks them.
Both these guys are thankfully it's very, very cool and special. It's part of what makes them really good players, but they're being very modest. I thought both of them played with a tremendous amount of force and physicality getting downhill. When Phillip does those kinds of things in the painted area and he buries people like that and he uses his size and he throws his weight around like that, he can be very, very effective, and it makes our team so much better, and it gives us a different facet to how we can play offensively. When Corey can rip downhill and play off of 2 feet in the painted area, his length, his athleticism, his skill set, he's such a smart player. It can really create for himself and the team. So, they're both being modest, and both of them did so much great things on their own.
And then last one on my end, obviously next up is McNeese. Obviously you guys split the season series. Just what are some of the things that you could say that worked in the first 2 matchups that you would like to implement in the next one?
You're asking me?
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of the same things tonight, right? I think, a team like Nicholls is a very good prep starting point for somebody like McNeese. They try to speed you up defensively. They really do a great job of turning you over. It's going to demand our mental toughness again. It's going to demand our discipline again, and poise and all the things that allows us to protect the basketball. We have to do those while combining an element of being in attack mode as well. Like we have to be on the front foot, we have to be assertive and take the fight to them offensively and try to control tempo. And then on the defensive end, man, it's very, very similar. We have to guard our yard. We have to make it a half-court game first and foremost and keep them out of transition. And then, guard the action, guard our yard, and then finish the possession with the defensive rebound and a hit and keep them off the offensive glass. So there's a lot of controllables. It's a lot of things that are choices, that are hard choices that we have to make to kind of stack possession after possession to put ourselves in a position to win a game.
And one more for either Philippe or Corey, just your thoughts on that Marvin McGee crossover, splashing that 3. What did you guys see? Did you guys like it? 1 to 10? How would you guys rate that?
I mean, 10 always, but it's no surprise to me. That's a great player, and he works on that every day in practice. He makes those type of shots in practice, so it's no surprise to us that he comes in and shows the work that he put on off court, now when we're not practicing and his off days, he put in a lot of work. So it's no surprise that he come in here and make tough shots like those.
Yeah, that's him.
It's him all the time.
5 players in double-digit scoring today, 20 assists, 5 of those from you, Corey. This one's open to anyone. Can you guys just talk about, how you shared the ball today and how that, the inside game, the outside game, all of that worked together?
That's really just us right there. I think that's when we're playing our best basketball, when everybody's got it going and we're all sharing it, we're all playing for each other. It just looks really good out there, and I think that's when we're having the most fun, and that's when we're playing our best ball.
Piggyback off that, Coach, like I said, double digits from all your starters, but the bench a little sparse. Do you feel like the bench is going to have to step up for you when you play McNeese tomorrow night? What are you looking for? Like I said, you guys are perfect from the free throw line, 50% from downtown. Really great execution tonight. How do you maintain that, and what are you looking for maybe from your bench tomorrow night?
Yeah, I actually thought the bench played really well. They didn't score the basketball at a really high level, but I thought Dane came in and competed and took care of the basketball and made plays for other people, kept people off the offensive glass. Damaris really responded in the second half. He's a young freshman whose minutes are increasing slowly by slowly, and we're putting him in tough positions. He's never been in this situation before in his life. He came out in the first half and was a little bit timid, especially defensively, but I thought he really responded in the second half and made a big shot and protected the basketball. And then Waze did the same. He had 3 assists coming off the bench in just 11 minutes. So I thought the bench did some really good things when Quo had 6 defensive rebounds and protected the rim a little bit. And it's not just about scoring the ball. I thought they made the game easier for some of these guys and did their jobs at a really high level. And I think the cool thing about the way we play, and Corey said this himself, it's going to be a different guy every night. It might be Waze having 15 tomorrow. It might be Damaris having 12 off the bench tomorrow, or Quo. Anybody can score on this team. And I think if we're sharing the basketball and we continue to play the right way, it really leaves the door open for somebody else to step up.
Coach, oftentimes during Champ Week, especially at the mid-major level, you see a lot of upsets in these tournaments. And here this week, it's been a little bit chalky, but I think maybe for you guys, being one of those top teams in the league, it sets up very competitive semifinals. So obviously not looking ahead, you're focused on McNeese tomorrow, but just comments about where your program was from last year to this year and being in a position to compete for a championship the next few days.
Yeah, it's just a testament to our guys. I think, you talk about last year, and we had a core group. We had about 7 scholarship guys at the end of the season last year, where a season where everything that could go wrong kind of did go wrong, and that core group that remained and really fought to the end. I'm so proud of them, and I'm forever grateful for their fight. But I think this group has been fantastic for us this year. I think it's just we just have good players, and I think the way guys like Corey, guys like Phillip, guys like Jalen stepped up, and you just go down the line. You mentioned the bench; those are really talented players that can come in and play with anybody. So I'm really pleased with our depth. But really beyond that, I think when you take away last year, but you just take a look at the way this season went with some of the peaks and the valleys, and a pretty extended valley to start the season, right, through the non-conference, and then certainly starting with conference, going 2-6, the way these guys stayed connected, the way they galvanized each other and really showed some player-led accountability, I think was fantastic, and that's what really righted the ship, and it was really all of our guys.
Anything else?
Corey and Phillip, just, you talked about it being fun. How does this team generate the energy for yourselves, especially when you're playing away from home?
Man, just coming together. We have very good huddles. Coach emphasizes our togetherness in huddles, and just don't let the other team's energy affect our energy. We know what it takes to win, and we know what we got to do to come out here and put our best foot out and just win the game. So we try not to let the crowd or anything else bother what we got to get done. So I think just being focused on the main goal all the time.